Okay, should I go ahead and get started?
Yeah, bro. Let's do it.
All right.
Sure.
Sweet. Well, thanks for joining, guys. This week, we're going to be going over how to create your advertising campaign. And I'm going to get pretty deep. So yeah, buckle up. And as always, I'll have this recording sent in the Slack. Let me just triple check it's recording. Yep, we're recording. All right, let's go. All right, so we're going to get into it. So before we get into how to make your ads and stuff like that, let's just go over the two different types of ads, okay? First is probably what you guys are more used to. And this is what a lot of like direct-to-consumer brands do, like some of the bigger brands, and that's brand awareness ads. And more e-com stuff, we have direct response advertising as well. So we are going to do both, but before we can start doing brand awareness ads, we have to master how to do direct response. Okay, that's because brand awareness, it costs a lot of money. It's not measurable. So, if we don't have that money to blow, then it's not optimal for us to use that money on brand awareness ads. Okay. So just the two examples of a general branding ad and a direct response ad. Okay. On the left is Coca-Cola. It's a general branding ad. You guys would have seen this kind of everywhere, banners, billboards, newspapers, these kind of advertising big companies do, like Coca-Cola, McDonald's, and so forth. The one on the right is a direct response ad. Okay. It has a clear call to action. And it drives the person viewing it. It encourages them to take an action, to take an immediate action. Okay, so that's the clear difference between a general branding and a direct response ad. Okay, so what makes a good ad? The bottom line is a good ad makes us money. Okay, it generates us a positive return on ad spend. Okay, and other factors of good ads are good engagement, likes, shares, and saves, and things like that. Okay, so that's pretty obvious stuff, just to be clear. And now with Facebook ads, okay, this is really the fundamentals, and it's simple, but also a lot of people tend to forget about this. So I think this is something you guys need to start drilling in your heads when start to do Facebook ads. Okay, Facebook requires you to test multiple different variables to find something that resonates with people. Okay, keyword being test multiple different variables. Okay, we're testing variables. We have to find the perfect balance of audience to product to ad fit. Okay, all the stars need to be aligned essentially. Now, this is the essence of what we call in digital marketing, PMF, which is product to market fit. Or some people teach it backwards. They say market to product fit. Okay, so this is so this is the diagram of how it looks. Okay, there's two parts to this. Firstly, there's your market, and then there's your product. Okay, so we're trying to make a product to market fit. So how do we do that? Firstly, the market, we need to identify the target customer. Who is the clear customer that we're targeting here? And secondly, what is their undeserved needs and desires? Okay, who is the customer? What do they want? And then do we have the product to fit that? Okay, and the product involves our value proposition, like what is the big idea behind our product, the feature set, like what makes us a clear difference compared to other solutions, and then also the usability, like the UX. Is it a good product? At the end of the day, do customers know how to use it, and does it work? Okay, and this is what we're testing. Okay, does our product fit the market? And once we have the product to market fit, then we're ready to go. Okay, so if you guys want to take a screenshot of this, you can. I'm going to post this in the Slack channel after the call anyway. Now, identifying your target customer is quite easy, right? you guys kind of have a general idea about the target audience that you're going for. We are going to dial it down, but I think it is in your heads a lot of the time. Like we know the product and the market that we're going for, but generally we don't necessarily understand the core undeserved needs and desires of that customer. Like we know who it is, but why do they need the product that we're trying to sell to them, essentially? Okay, so we need to figure that out. So how do we actually discover what their undeserved needs and desires are? We have to just do market research. Okay, so I just search the internet for different articles and stuff like that. And I also use a tool called Answer the Public, where it gives you kind of like live what the internet is actually searching about a particular topic. So I quickly did this earlier with baby sleep. That's what I typed in. So I'll just go this over with you guys as well live. So let me bring this up. Okay, so I went to answerthepublic.com and then I searched baby sleep, and this is what came up: 80 questions. Who baby sleep recommendations? Okay, maybe who's not good. Where baby sleep during day? Where baby sleep while traveling? When baby sleep through the night? When baby sleep in own room? When baby sleep with blanket? When baby sleep on tummy? So these are all actual terms that the internet is searching. The dark red indicates like hot search volume, and the green ones not so much. But these are all like the top ones that the questions that customers are searching on the internet. So we can start taking this and start to identify what is the undesired need and desire of that target audience that we're trying to target. Like, what is it exactly that they're looking to solve? Maybe it's my baby doesn't sleep, or maybe it's where can I sleep my baby while traveling? You know, these guys are asking these questions, so they have that problem. They don't know. They need a solution for that. Which baby sleep bags? That gives us an idea. When baby sleeps on tummy, maybe we can educate them about babies sleeping on tummies and how that could potentially prevent acid reflux. So I went in further and then had a look at the prepositions, and you can see here like some of these search terms: baby is restless, baby sleep is getting worse, baby sleep crying, baby sleep crawling, baby can't sleep on back reflux, baby can't sleep teething, baby can't sleep without pacifier, baby can't sleep because of gas, baby can't sleep on back. So these are all questions that the internet is like looking for answers for. Okay, so we want to use this and try identify what are the needs of the market. Now, Facebook ads, okay, having success with Facebook ads requires a pattern recognition that's disciplined, methodological, and accurately measured and experimental, okay? So this isn't just like playing the lottery, okay? The best Facebook advertisers mix science with art, with marketing and numbers, okay? It's a skill. So Facebook ads isn't some lottery where you just drop money and magically start making money. It doesn't work like that. It's a series of scientific experiments designed for an outcome, okay? And that outcome is to make profit for us. Let me just take a pause while I let some people in that are waiting in the room. Okay, so we use pattern recognition, okay, to work through the Facebook advertising process and to figure out combinations of variables that work for us and acquire us customers at profit. Okay, in ecom, and especially what I teach, from the get-go, where our advertising is driven to make us a positive return on ad spend. Okay, we can waste money on brand awareness ads and stuff like that later when we have room to do that, but in the beginning, that's not our focus. Okay, so this is the pattern recognition workflow. Okay, before we touch Facebook ads, we must form an assumption about the results we expect to get and the combination of moving parts we expect to create for those results, okay? We get those assumptions from competitive research and understanding the product to market fit. Okay, result assumption. We assume the result we expect to achieve this with the testing. Okay, to help you understand the benchmarks, I'm going to give you guys a document to go with that, and that's going to give you like all the metrics that you should be hitting for your Facebook advertising. Okay. Now we need, like I said before, guys, we need an audience to product to ads assumption, okay? Because the audience needs to align with the product and that needs to align with the ads, okay? So we assume the specific combination of audience with product and ad would work in our favor to produce us a profitable return on ad spend. To get some assumption about audience, the products, the ads, we use competitive research and we do the PMF analysis, okay? The testing phase, once we've assumed audience to product to ad combo, we put it to test on Facebook ads and observe incoming data and whether our assumptions are confirmed or not. Okay, and then we make adjustments after that. After we get the initial results, we start analyzing the data and make adjustments to the variables of the audience, to the product, to the ads. So everything is going to be any one of those three variables, okay? Your audience, your product, or your ads, okay? We basically do what's working well and then like lean towards that more. So the main ingredients of a product to market fit, okay? You need to form a product to market fit assumption. It's mandatory before we even touch Facebook ads that we need to figure this out, okay? We need to brainstorm this. So you need to figure out your niche, your product, and your outcome variables to find something that the market is ready to pay you for, okay? Without a product to market fit assumption, we're pretty much flying blind and we're kind of just guessing, okay? We're kind of just playing the lotto at that point, and that's not what we want to do, okay? So we continuously tweak our product to market fit and messaging market fit, okay? That's our ads. By observing feedback, having a look at the comments, the feedback we get on our ads, the sales that we generate, so on and so forth. So this is just an introduction to direct response advertising, and this is the fundamentals, okay? Firstly, direct response advertising is just trackable, it's measurable. So when we pay for an ad, we know exactly how much that ad is bringing in sales and how much we spend on it. Hence the return on ad spend with Facebook ads and other platforms like YouTube or Pinterest or Snapchat. We use objectives like purchase to make sure we're maximizing this goal, okay? So it has the reason to respond now, or direct response ads are calling the viewer to make a response, to respond to that ad. Typically the best ad have the reason to respond now. Some push urgency, some push like customers to purchase like in other ways, okay? It uses powerful copywriting. So think about your audience and talk like your audience, and talk like you know exactly the pain and the issues they're facing. So resonate with them and provoke a response. Branding is a byproduct of direct response, but you are going to get it as a result, because if you're constantly producing positive return on ad spend campaigns, then you're able to scale, and you're going to get branding as a byproduct of all the eyeballs that you'll generate anyway. Okay, so branding is awareness, but it's not the goal of the ads, okay? The goal is to make money and to be profitable. So we don't rely on useless objectives like video views and all those kind of things, unless it's for retargeting or for a specific purpose, which we'll delve into in the later weeks. And direct response is also designed for a specific niche, okay? There has to be a specific target market we want to appeal to. Our market is never everyone, okay? It's always someone specific. So quickly, I touched on this in the previous weeks, but I'll just go over the customer journey, okay? So top funnel, cold traffic is pretty much people that have never heard of you or your brand. Middle funnel, warm traffic is like engaged with your content, or like, have seen your messaging around, heard about your brand or store. Bottom funnel or hot traffic is considered audiences that have considered buying from you already. Like either they've viewed your product page or they've added it to cart. Maybe they even almost bought, but like they don't have their cart with them at the time or something like that. Okay, so these guys are hot traffic. We're going to get into that more in the later weeks as well. So now with advertising, with direct response, there's two reasons why people buy, okay? And only two. So let's just keep it simple. It's either because they want to avoid pain or they want to gain pleasure. in one way or another. Okay, so let's just go over some examples of that. What are some examples of avoid pain? Maybe you don't want to go to the gym and work out. Maybe it's too hard to lose weight, but you really want to lose weight. So what's the solution to that? Maybe like an easy weight loss gadget, or like a supplement, like a weight loss supplement, right? Another example could be like my neck hurts, my back hurts. Solution to that, maybe I need a neck massager that looks so satisfying to use, you know? It's going to relieve my muscle soreness or something, right? An example of a gain pleasure is something like, I'm going to get laid if I wear this cool t-shirt, or this chocolate ice cream looks so yummy, it's going to satisfy my taste buds. Okay, so the solutions to that, like, look, I'm going to look cool. This product looks appealing to me. It's so cute. Maybe other people are using this product, so I'm getting FOMO. Maybe like someone that I admire, like an icon or a celebrity, is endorsing it. Maybe I fucks with the messaging or the brand and what they stand for. You know, you're getting pleasure from taking that for those reasons. So I'll show you guys some examples of some problem solving and avoid pain and gain pleasure products. Okay, so this is a avoid pain product example. Okay, firstly, it eliminates pains. It eliminates the pain of going to the gym and working out. Also, pain of eating only specific diet foods, you know, if I'm trying to lose weight. Pain of low self-esteem, like when I'm fat, I might have lower self-esteem. Pain of judgment from friends and colleagues and family members when you have excessive weight, right? These are all obvious, but important to list out. Okay, so how about some examples of gaining pleasure from this product? Pleasure of higher self-esteem when losing weight and getting back in shape. Pleasure of bragging before friends when I get in shape. Social validation when you look good, right? Sexual attractiveness, right? On a subconscious level, it drives most decisions we make, even though we laugh about it, right? So I'll give you guys the link to this later. Actually, let's just go ahead and have a look now quickly at this product. Tired of using expensive spa salons visits with slow results? This device allows you to slim down fast and easy. With over 1.5 million units sold worldwide, this is the best solution to slim down fast with little to no exercise. We all know how frustrating overpriced weight loss tablets and diet plans can be. You pay for tablets, diet plans, gym memberships, gym instructors, it adds up. And of course, there's all the waiting. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to read this, but like, just have a look over it. This device saved me tons of money. So all the stuff that I'm writing here, it's all kind of like based on the product to market fit assumption and the marketing angles that I've made for this product, okay? So I'll give you guys the link to that later on too. So let's have a look at a gain pleasure product, okay? This one on the right here, it's actually one of the most viral ads since like early 2017, I think. This thing has just taken off and it's so simple. So let's just delve into this, okay? So this isn't really like an eliminate pain type of ad, right? Not many pains here. It's focused mainly on gaining pleasure in this case, right? So let's just go over this. Pleasure of high sexual attractiveness, identity shift. Sexual attractiveness helps build career, achieve goals, etc. The visual component communicates that, but not so much copy is needed. It's all visual, right? Like the ad copy is like quite minimal. It's all about the image here. So in this case, sex sells, right? The purchase decision is mostly emotional. Even though like women might justify their emotional actions with logic, such as, oh, this color looks nice on me, or this is really good material, so on and so forth. The initial drive of that purchase action is driven by emotion, okay? Emotional triggers. This is why attractive males and females in ads is one of the most effective ways to sell. It's just what works. It's just human psychology. Okay, let's have a look at another example here. On the right here, this is High Smile. I think you guys know pretty much High Smile. They do like teeth whitening products. One of the biggest e-commerce brands in Australia and worldwide as well. So let's have a look at the eliminating pains that they achieve through their ad. Low self-esteem because of the stains on the teeth, lower sexual attractiveness. This is actually a study, guys. So all this stuff, even though it's assumptions, it's backed up by data. So like, let's have a look at this article. Evidence to suggest that teeth act as human ornament displays signal quality. So this is just going over like studies that show that, you know, having wider teeth or more attractive teeth is a huge factor in the opposite sex, like choosing their counterpart, right? This is all studies done. So this is like pretty much gold for your marketing angles and stuff like that. Just have a look at different articles, blogs. If you guys already know your market, that's a competitive advantage already, such as like you're getting into the baby niche and you're a mum already. There's already things that you would know. Okay, so let's have a look at the things that gain pleasure from this product. It's higher sexual attractiveness to help build career, achieve goals. Same thing, right? Social proof, looking good on Instagram, wider teeth, health benefits, identity shift, social pressure. Everyone's doing it. You know, let's actually have a look at this ad. The whitening device causing a social media storm. Results are a full refund. Featured on BuzzFeed, GQ, and Cosmopolitan. Yeah. So now we have examples of what good ads are. Actually, let me show you some examples of bad ads before we move on to this, so you guys know what you don't do, okay? This is a generic ad here. Doesn't do anything. Like the product of the image ad here of the product doesn't show any like emotion. It doesn't sell you on like any like logical senses either. Like it doesn't, no sale, nothing like that. No emotion, just simple plain Jane, something that doesn't work. Okay, I bet you guys, these guys still aren't running this ad anymore. So don't do that, okay? Now, what we need to do, we need to craft 5 ad angles, okay, before we start making our ad creatives, okay? And so I've shared with you guys a sheet to use. It looks like this. So this is for your headlines and body copy description for your Facebook ads. Use this as a log, and you want to do at least 5 different marketing angles, okay? Based on like what I discussed in those previous slides there. There's also other tools you can use. Create a swipe file like I recommended you guys. For me, I have something that looks like this. So I've created different swipe files of products. So let's just go over one. It's just different ads and breaking that down, okay? And I pay a VA to do this now, but in the beginning, I was doing this all by myself. So I've just pretty much like screenshotted different ads that I liked and just like copied the text. And I have a whole collection, a whole library of these in like different categories, like gaming, health, so on, homeware. All right, another good tool to use is Unicorn Ads. It's going to give you guys the top performing ads for e-commerce, like on the internet. Really good tool. So use this, have a look at what the other competitors are doing in your niche. So let's have a look at like female clothing, for example. Okay. I don't know if this is female clothing or what. 50% of everything new season.
Or an awful person. Maybe, but I'm rich rich and I'm pretty, so it doesn't really matter.
So yeah, just have a look at what other people are doing for your niche. Really good tool to use. Have a look at that website, okay? Yep, unicorn ads. Also have a look at Amazon and have a look at reviews. It's a really good starting point for marketing angles. A lot of the time, the reviews is all you really need to use for your marketing angles. Like it'll be really obvious. Like, for instance, like a customer might have an objection that gives you a marketing angle to start with. Like, oh, are you skeptical of this not doing such and such? Well, here's proof that it does such and such, you know? So some ideas for your ad angles: use your big promises of your products. Okay. So first person story transformation, that's always good. Like using stories, testimonials, elimination of pain, or it's like your product is a better alternative to what's being used now. Or you have something like you have nothing to lose, like save time, save money, or such as like even like actual client testimonials, or you can do like a feature-based one. So these are all different examples of angles that you can take for your product. So try come up with 5 different angles for your product, okay? And like I mentioned, the hack is just to have a look at what other people are doing. Spy on their Facebook ads, have a look at ads library, just go through your feed and all that. So you guys are going to use this targeting angles creative sheet to find 5 to 10 ideas for your angles and fill up the sheet, okay? The sheet is the one that I shared with you guys in Slack. Okay. Also, the other thing is I've given you guys access to the persona archetype template. It's pretty simple. It's just like kind of like a very basic understanding, like a breakdown of your customer persona. So use this and break this down for your audience, for your target audience, okay? Just do it. It's pretty simple. Most of the time you can like it's already in your head, so you can just list it out, just so it's on paper. Now you should have all 5 angles with body copy and headlines for your targeting angles and creative sheet to use, okay? So just fill out the headline and all that in this template here. Okay, now after you have the 5 different angles for your product, we're actually going to do 5 variations for each angle. Okay, so up to 25 creatives for that product. And it can be a combination of images, videos, carousel ads, you know, even the same image with different marketing angle, different ad copy, so on. Okay, so now this is the part that everyone has been kind of asking me about. So I'll just go over now how to actually make your ads. Once you have your marketing angles down pat, because that's the first step that you need to do before you get to this step. Otherwise, it's just, you're kind of just doing guesswork, okay? So we want to make it scientific, like I said earlier. So once we have the marketing angles down pat, we can either make the videos or the creatives ourselves, or we can outsource it, okay? So if we want to do it ourselves, here are some of the ways we can do this. We can use Animoto, which is just like a really simple video editing software that it's kind of like Canva for videos. Okay, so you can get a free trial, do that. Or you can use Lumen 5, which is pretty much the same thing. I think they're a little bit cheaper maybe, but like they're still both really good. Okay, you can use those tools to cut videos yourselves. And the way to do that is you have to source the footage for your product using different platforms. So like Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, YouTube, AliExpress, Alibaba, Taobao, Google, competitors, you know, that just have a look at, go through all those things and try source the content, like different images and video footage. And this is for if you're drop shipping. So if you're doing your own brand stuff, this won't really be applicable. So cut good scenes from your videos when you collect them all, okay? And just pre-cut all of the scenes using Animoto or Lumen 5. This way is definitely cheaper, but it takes more time. But it's also really good to learn the process of doing this, because then later you can get a VA to do it and then see if they're doing good or not. But if you want to outsource it from the get-go, you can do this too. So you can find people on Fiverr or like Freelancer or like online jobs, and just hire someone or a freelancer to do it for you. And they typically cost anywhere between as cheap as $5 to like typically like $50, $60 US per like content. Okay. And also these other sites, Waving Pandas and Viral Ecom Ads, this is actually probably what I would recommend to start with. It's just really kind of done for you. So all you do is just send them a brief of your product that you have in mind, and they will just do the videos for you. So I would recommend starting out if you have a bit of budget to work with, just start with these guys and get like a 3 variation or 4 variation split of your creative or your product. Viral Ecom Ads is pretty much the same thing. Okay, so these ones you can do like 2D animations and like UGC, different stuff. This is pretty cool to use too. Now, if you're doing your own brand, someone else in the group shared this with us. This is really cool. You can send your products and get like UGC content. So below.app. So check this out if you want to get some like UGC done for your products. So yeah, this way is definitely better if you don't have time and if you would rather outsource it, but it does cost money, and the cost can add up if you're testing, you know, multiple creatives and products and stuff like that. Okay, now after you have your marketing angles, okay, you're gonna create the variations of each ad. If you're using Waving Pandas or Viral Ecom Ads, you can just choose for them to create multiple variations for you. But it's always handy to have like a swipe file so you know like what you like and what you kind of want them to do and stuff like that. So image tips, like use images of your customers with the product in a natural environment. Some of our stores, like we use like this opposed to model shots, and just works way better. You could also use products, like images of your product as is, and these kind of work pretty well on ads because it kind of looks native as well. So yeah, you can keep it pretty simple as well with all that ad variations that you have. You can also do like carousel ads and slideshows, or if you want to do videos or images, you can, either or. So just a combination of all these different types, and you have 20 pieces of content, okay, at the end of it. So it could be a mix of videos, images, carousel ads. It could be the same image or video with different kind of ad copy. Bare minimum 10, okay, 10 variations for your ads for each product. Okay, and so these are some of the resources that I went through with you guys. So just have a look when I share this with you. Just go through all the links and check out all those websites, okay? Okay, that's it. Now, once you've created your ad assumption, now we're ready to go live with the market testing on Facebook. So I assume there's going to be heaps of questions. So I'm just going to like give some time now for everyone to ask me some stuff. Yeah, any questions, guys?
Seems to be the biggest part, man, so far.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good. Just letting it sink in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a question, but a statement.
Yep.
For you. Ali Hunter is like the most amazing thing ever. I've been doing stalking of all these websites and looking at their sales, and it's the most motivating thing I've ever done in my life.
How good is it?
It's insane. And even I'm just having a quick look at Unicorn, this uni ads, and it's really helpful because I've been a bit stuck on like what to, you know, do for my brand, because it's not drop shipping, but this is, I can see it like straight away what I need to do. So thank you.
Use AdSpy as well. AdSpy is
AdSpy.
really
Cool.
yeah.
When we're writing the, like, using resources like Answer the Public for content, like not content, but to write ad copy, how like factual, like based in fact does it have to be? Like, does it just have to be believable? I guess
It just has to resonate with what the audience is actually talking about.
Gotcha.
Like, so like, what are they asking, and how it's almost like a conversation, right? Like a group of mates, you like step into a circle of friends that are like talking about jeans, for example, and you kind of observe like, what are they saying? Like you kind of pick up on like little nuances, different brands, different things they're looking out for, what's trash, what's good, all these kind of things. So it's really just knowing your market at the end of the day.
Yeah, got you. And using something like Billo.app, you said that's for like user generated content?
Yeah, for user generated content for other
How
people who
would that work? How would that work for like a brand? Like how does that actually work? Say for example, like mine, would I be able to use something like that?
Yeah, of course. So you send them a brief, and then you kind of like, you kind of put out a job description almost, and you select the people that like inquire about that to see if that's a good fit. And then you give them a brief for what you want. Like you either tell them to talk about something specific, either get them to like mention a code or something or whatever. You send them a brief, and then you send them the product.
Got you. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you find that there's, say for something like that there would be people taking jobs like heaps in Australia? I'm just thinking in terms of like timing constraints. Like if I was to send product to someone, it would be best to send it to someone in Australia.
Yeah.
Do you find that there's like enough, that's like a thing in Australia for people to be doing?
Yeah, I think there's like other platforms as well that are like more Australian, but also like I would probably suggest to even just hustle and like ask your mates, because that's probably a better fit too in terms of like who you're looking for, and it's kind of more direct.
Yeah, got you. Awesome. Thanks, man.
Is it illegal that we steal some footage from other competitors' ads and use it in our video to run it?
That's fine. That's fine. As long as they're not like a big brand, like and they've got like patents and stuff. As long as it's like other drop shippers and stuff, it's fine in the beginning.
Yeah, it is.
Can we just backtrack a little bit, more so what's covered last week?
Yeah.
When we were talking about reviews. So in the situation where we're using looks reviews and there's not a whole lot on AliExpress, are there any alternatives to
Amazon maybe?
Yeah. So I recommend actually to not do any fake reviews at all. Okay, so if you got fake reviews to later, it's better to not have reviews if that's what you have. But if you really want reviews, just have a look at Amazon listings, see what people are saying there, and you can kind of like take it or like paraphrase it or something,
Right. And in that case, like, how would you go about doing that if that were to be the path?
Okay. Say like I was drop shipping like a neck massager, right? And then on Amazon, there's like the same one, right? I would have a look at some of their good reviews, and then I would have a look at what they mention, like why are they rating it a good review? Like usually it's like it works so well, it solves my problem, and you kind of use those. But in terms of like reporting, like importing like looks reviews and stuff, like I wouldn't recommend to make any fake ones. If you can't find them, just leave it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Like we found like, I don't know, maybe 5, but they're all pretty, they didn't look the best. Just, 1 word, 2 words.
Okay, maybe just get rid of it, man. Like you don't need it.
Yeah. Sweet.
Small group today.
Where's everyone at?
Oh, I think a few of them messaged that they couldn't make it, so we'll get the replay. Any questions regarding like what I covered today?
kind of feel like the biggest thing is just scheduling in the right amount of time to focus on each task. Yeah, kind of gets overwhelming with work.
Mm. Yeah, no, I understand, man. I think being realistic, say like you're working full time as well, you want to at least chunk out like a good 6 to 8 hours in a week.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that, just list out all the things that like you can't cover and try outsource it. Like if it's like a video or like, doing up the website graphics or something, like just outsource it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hui, how do you find, say between the two steps that you went over, like craft 5 ad angles and then create 5 different variations from each angle? How do you find avoiding like overlap and like not repeating yourself so much?
Yeah.
Like making sure there's a differentiation between each one, like that's even worth exploring.
Yeah, I think you need to really write it out firstly. And a lot of the times it is like a very kind of like, it can be like, so the two different angles could be very similar. For example, one can be like, this solves a problem for blah, 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 right? Or it could be another angle is like a customer saying that it worked for them, which is, it's pretty much answering the skepticism. So
yeah,
it's like, it's still the same thing, but like that angle is based on skepticism, whereas the first one is based on like problem solving.
got you. So it's for the same angle, but it's like 2 different approaches to address the same thing.
Yeah, it's pretty much different questions, like what a conversation might happen about that topic within an audience. Like it could be like a guy going, oh, have you tried this neck massager? It looks really good. And then a friend might go, oh, I don't know, actually, it looks like, I don't know if that'll work for me, And then like, these are kind of like questions that people are having about this product, right? So you want to, as a marketer, take that approach. So you can go from like the first thing, which is like, look at how good this looks, look how soothing it is, look how relieving it is, all these like emotions. The second one could be like answering the objections, like, this product is backed by science, and then you've got some guy in a white coat talking about how well this massager works or some shit. They're 2 different angles because it's coming in from like 2 different points of that same conversation.
Yeah.
Do you understand that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question about unicorn ads.
Yes.
The ones that are presented on the homepage, for example, or in your niche, how do we know that do we know how many sales? Because the pop-up comes up and says these ads have generated between 100 and 500K of sales. Is that true?
I think it is pretty accurate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're basically all winning ads, and they're not, like if I'm logging in from Australia, is it showing me Australian brands? Because I see a lot of Aussie brands on there, or is it just?
I think you have to filter through. So,
Okay.
So like, let's go here, for example, like it'll probably show. And then like when it's ads library, you just change your settings to make sure you've got like all ads, all countries.
Oh yeah, got it. Okay, cool.
So let's just have a look at this. Yeah, a really simple ad.
iReal surprise boxes are back-to-school shopping made easy. Get all the best styles of the season right at your front door. We'll even pick them out for you. We recommend hitting class in a cute long sleeve, paired with a scrunchie, lanyard, a card holder for your phone, and of course, some jewelry to top it off. Pack your backpack with a pair of bright leggings designed for your favorite hobby, whether that be yoga, karate, football, golf, or dance. We'll even suggest a hoodie and a baseball hat for those minimal effort days. Then you'll be ready to hit the books.
So that script, you cannot come up with a script like that without doing that, everything that I just talked about today. Yeah. Without actually writing out your marketing and using a sheet like this, like you cannot come up with shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so just do this. It's very simple, but it just needs to be on paper, and you need to kind of like break it down.
Yeah.
Let's actually have a look at a couple more ads because I think examples always help.
They help so much. Like I've found it really useful looking at the ads in there on my niche to understand what I should be doing, you know?
This simple ad is like one of the best performing ads of all time. 741K likes.
That's
It's
crazy.
insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
Just a really good like image ad.
And they're not even saying much.
Yeah,
like, other
they're not
than-
saying much at all.
Yeah. Wild.
I like these guys' ads.
Did you know that September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month? Well, if you didn't, now you know. Here at Ivory Yellow, we are using this month to support, educate, and donate to the cause. We have t-shirts in honor of the fight, and we want you to help us support it. 50% of the net profits made on this collection will be donated to helping those with childhood cancer. Head to the site to buy one now. By the way, how cute is this t-shirt? Kind of a win-win.
How cool was that?
Yeah.
You guys noticed the offer they did? Like 50% of the proceeds go to charity. So like they know their audience, like they know what the fuck they're doing, man. They know how to entail a good offer. You know, no wonder this is on like the best ads, one of the best ads.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it comes off so simple, right?
Yeah. I've noticed a lot of the really successful ads for e-com businesses are just like influencer UGC. They're not, or influencer content. They're not really addy. They're just like, you've paid an influencer to talk about your product or hype something up. Or it's the brand owner.
Mm-hmm. The only times it's really addy, it's like if you're selling kind of like infomercial products, right? Like they're kind of cheesy and all that, but like they do that for a reason because they freaking sell, right?
Yeah.
And like those are mostly like problem solving products.
Yeah.
Like that neck massager example that I gave you, you know, that would be something you would see on like as on seen on TV sort of shit.
Totally.
But yeah, like you can go either way, definitely. But knowing your audience is what matters. Like if you know that your audience doesn't fuck with that kind of shit, then don't do that stuff.
Yeah.
Portrait ads or vertical ads work better than say square?
I would say test it.
Hi, we're Ivory Yellow. You may know us as That Elephant brand, but how much do you really know about us? Ivory Yellow is a clothing company that cares about way more than clothes. Up to 50% of our net profits are donated to causes including national parks, childhood cancer, animal rescue, our oceans, and we can't forget about those elephants. We use our voice to fuel change, and we encourage you to do the same. Make your fashion stand for something, and we'll stand right there with you. Ivory Yellow, good clothes for a good cause. Hi.
Pretty cool, hey.
They're pretty brilliant. They're kind of like Kathmandu for tweens, or Patagonia for tweens, kind of.
Yeah, really clear, distinct audience. They know exactly who they're talking to and how to talk to them. So we really need to break it down, guys. Even though you guys might know your audience already, just make sure that it's just really clear. You guys know IMG, all right?
Yeah.
A lot of you guys know this brand. You just have to know who you're for and who you're not for. Okay, these guys clearly know, like they have a lot of haters, but they know exactly who is their tribe, right? Like who is their audience.
There's like a really unusually high amount of Aussie businesses on that homepage.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. That's why I thought it must be like geo-targeting or something, but
let's have a look at Happy Skin Co. These guys are good. Yeah, so this started out as a drop shipping product and now they've branded it.
Basically, my results have been amazing.
Arms, bikini, legs, armpits.
My hair growth is a lot slower than it usually is. This has 500,000 flashes in it, so it's gonna last you literally like 20 years.
Honestly, I love that it's small and compact and it looks cute and I can take it wherever I go.
Skin, like my legs, are just so smooth all the time because they're hairless and I love it so much. Ready? Just like flashes and then good to go.
Basic.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like, this is what's working, guys. So cool. Do you guys want to go over anything else?
I think that's heaps of work.
Okay. How are you guys going with everything?
Slowly.
Not bad. I've just been working on the product page at the moment and just getting that set up. Just kind of what I said you this morning. It still needs heaps of fine tuning though.
All good. All good. So are we all good? You guys are pretty good with your websites so far. Do any of you guys want to share like your websites or anything like that? You don't have to.
Mine's up, but it's not exciting because there's no images on it yet. That's
Okay.
boring. Yeah.
That's cool.
So what is the app that you use to put all the review in onto our website, onto our store?
Looks, Loox.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll send these slides in the Slack, and then I'll put the recording in there. I think there's definitely going to be, we're probably going to revisit this in a bit more depth again next week as well, while we discuss Facebook ads. So yeah, just again, like next week, sorry, we're going to go over Facebook ads. We're going to go over setting up your reporting column, and then a quick just how to set up your business manager ad account pixel page, stuff like that. I'm just going to keep it real brief for that stuff. And then we're going to talk about how to launch your first campaign, your campaign, the ad set and ads framework, how to read the data and finding what to optimize, and then testing phase and expectations. So we'll go over all that next week.
Hey, Hui, I've got one more question. In the Facebook ads library, when you see a vertical artwork format, like that's quite long, that's usually Instagram stories ads, right?
These?
Yeah.
Yeah, usually, but you can run them as like auto placement was what I recommend. So
Okay.
the algorithm just picks up whatever is best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. So you can do one ad creative and then the algorithm will just drop it wherever. Crazy. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
See, these guys test different formats too. You can tell they do like these, which is probably more suitable for desktop, and these are more suitable for mobile.
So just to confirm with the number of creatives for each angle, it's we're going for five angles. Is that right?
Yeah, 5 different angles. You know, one could, I'll give you guys some examples because you don't need to overcomplicate it. So 5 angles, it could be like one is a sale, one is a how-to, one is a testimonial, one is a really good, attractive like image of it, and one is like identifying the problem and solution. Or you could go, if you can come up with multiple problem solutions, you can go problem 1, like let's say this one, for example, like problem 1, excessive hair, problem 2, always have to shave. You know, these are both 2 angles that you can start with. Yeah.
And they could be like, for example, you know, like 3 videos and 2 images or something like that.
Yeah, that's it. So 5 ad angles, right? And then 5 of each variation. So each angle should have 5 different pieces of content.
Yep.
So if you've chosen, for example, like UGC as one of your angles, then you need 5 pieces of UGC. One can be an image ad of someone holding it. One can be a video review. One can be like a unboxing, you know.
And would it be all right to take footage that's, for example, something that we find out there?
Yeah, yeah. So the reason I say 5, it's like just so you guys cover it all, but minimum would be 10, like 10 creatives all up per product.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 to 20.
Sweet.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess we'll keep it at that. If you guys get stuck on anything, just hit me up. Book in a call with me for during the week, and then we can go over everything specifically.
Awesome. Thanks, Wee.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll send this recording in the Slack when it's up.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
You too.
Bye.